Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and it has been a wild time in America, hasn't it? I've been, sitting a lot and really going inward a lot, as I know a lot of us have, and really looking at what is it that can bring us all more together again. And one of the things that dropped in for me is this beautiful poem by Alan Bass, and it's one of my all-time favorite poems, and I wanted to share it with you today because it's I'll read it and then I'll tell you why, or maybe you'll just guess why, because it's probably obvious. It's by Alan Bass, and it's called If You Knew. What if you knew you'd be the last to touch someone? If you were taking tickets, for example, at the theater, tearing them, giving back the ragged stubs, you might take care to touch that palm, brush your fingertips along the lifeline's crease. When a man pulls his wheeled suitcase too slowly through the airport, when the car in front of me doesn't signal, when the clerk at the pharmacy won't say, "Thank you," I don't remember they're going to die. A friend told me she'd been with her aunt. They just had lunch, and the waiter, a young gay man with plum black eyes, joked as he served the coffee, kissed her aunt's powdered cheek when they left. Then they walked half a block, and her aunt dropped dead on the sidewalk. How close does the dragon spume have to come? How wide does a crack in heaven have to split? What would people look like if we could see them as they are, soaked in honey, stung and swollen, reckless, pinned against time? This poem, every time I read it, those last lines, let me read them again because it's so beautiful. What would people look like if we could see them as they are, soaked in honey, stung and swollen, reckless, pinned against time? I think this speaks so much to the way that I want to walk through the world right now and all the time, which is to remember that everyone around me is going through the same fears, and everyone around me is, they're grieving someone. They know someone who's really ill, or maybe they're really ill, or maybe they are immediately pinned up against time with a terminal illness. We don't know. And I think what Ellen does so beautifully in this poem is she brings us to our humanity, and she brings us to this place where we remember that we're all alike, and we're not focused on how different we are, how politically different, or our religious views, or whatever, but she's bringing us to that place of just strictly just being humans together on this planet. And I've been taking such refuge in this poem over the last week, and I just wanted to share it with you all. Thank you, and thank you, Ellen Bass, for this amazing poem. Bye, everyone.